Hello,
You're gay!
everybody.
You're gay! You're gay!
Hello, everybody. This is the
Hello,
Beanbag Boys
everybody! This is Markiplier, here today to tell you that AJ Reinnick is a gay fish.
That's not true.
Very much a true.
Anywho, welcome back to the Beanbag Boys podcast. This is episode 13. It's been so long. It's been 4 months ago since we last made a podcast episode. Even though we are trying to keep this, podcast alive as much as we can. Today we have a guest on, Cody. You probably recognize him from a series that we've done, A Way Out on my channel and on some live streams that he's been on with us. So, welcome, man. How have you been?
Good.
Just good?
I've been doing all right. Yes.
First thing he says the entire time. Good.
Sorry, I did it wrong. I realize I'm supposed to speak. Yeah, it's been doing good. How you doing?
Man forgot how to speak.
Hey, thanks for having me.
He's like, shit, which one's the speak button? Shit.
I like how you gooing.
He's like Googling how to speak. You open
How
your
to
mouth.
speak in podcast.
He looks up a WikiHow on how to speak.
I got nervous, okay?
You don't need to be
Why?
nervous. Why? You're used to talking to us, okay? You should be used to talking to us. There's nothing different.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, happy early birthday.
It's not my birthday yet.
It's like a whole month early.
Thank you.
It's like a whole month early.
Yeah.
But,
So where's my $2,600?
Alright, and that's the end of the
Right
episode.
underneath you. You have to go outside. You have to dig a hole underneath your mailbox to find it.
Yeah, you gotta dig under your mailbox.
After smacking it a couple times.
To give it a couple smacks. Cody, you said that you brought some topics to the podcast for us. So what
Yes.
are the topics that you want to talk about, sir?
I would like to talk about revenge films. Even though revenge is the whole point of the narrative, and as this conflict is solved, most of them have the message that revenge is not the answer.
Give us an example of a revenge film. Like, what is like your favorite revenge film?
John Wick!
Jesus Christ. I don't even know what you would consider
John Wick!
a revenge film to be.
John Wick. John Wick.
Wouldn't-
John Wick.
Wouldn't
John Wick's the only one.
Wouldn't Deadpool consider a revenge film?
Only the first one.
I mean, a revenge... Well, as the name implies, a revenge film is where revenge is the main focus of the narrative.
So you're saying if I slap AJ, Cody will get revenge.
So, things like John, as Brent said, John Wick,
Yes, my favorite.
Rolling Thunder, technically the third act of the 1989 Batman movie starring Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. The movie
But
as
the
a whole,
AJ
just the
movies.
third act.
The AJ movies. What are the AJ's movies?
Yeah. It all started with AJ stubbing his toe against a door, and then he decided to get revenge on all doors.
Pay to see that.
That would be
Hey,
funny.
See that?
Admit-
Dude, talking about films, you remember how that you wanted me to be on the one film, The Rope, on Kickstarter?
Oh, Kickstarters
AJ,
that didn't reach their goals.
Now, Cody, remember that one movie called The Rope? I was telling you about it.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was going
pretty
to put money into it and have AJ be a star in it.
and I'm glad you didn't fucking do that.
Well, it wouldn't have reached the goal anyways, so it wouldn't have mattered. But that would have been so funny to see AJ up there on the be on a movie. It's just The Rope.
All you hear is, Squidward.
No, just be like, I fucking love me. You just hear that in the darkness.
Fucking love milk. While I'm getting my head chopped off.
Mm.
Does he even know that I fucking love milk meme?
No, he doesn't.
Here, do I?
You should send it to him.
Sounds
Do I
familiar.
even?
You should send it to him.
Have the clip anymore? Let me see.
I mean, you still have
I
it
know.
as far as my thing.
Here, just call me real quick.
I know the spaghetti meme.
Here, call my phone.
Here you go, Cody.
Can you hear it?
Oh,
No. Not at all.
Damn it!
I still
heard
can't
it.
hear it.
You heard it?
Yeah, I heard it.
Here, let
But
me-
apparently I've got super hearing because I can hear the train sometimes when other people can't.
Wait, does that mean I can scream on my mic again?
Oh,
You sure about that?
get away from your mic.
Fish.
Don't make me do ASMR live on the podcast.
All right.
Hmm?
So what about revenge films that you want to talk about?
Movies that fall in this category would be like John Wick, Rolling Thunder, Death Wish, the 2004 Punisher movie with Thomas Jane. They are the GOAT.
I've never seen any of those movies. That's the sad thing. So
But
yeah.
revenge films aren't your thing.
I just never watched any of them. I mean, I just never watched the ones that you've said. That's all.
Well, I'm sure if you go on Google and look up a list of revenge movies, I'm sure. Have you seen Kill Bill?
I've seen bits and pieces.
Well, this could be a challenging topic to discuss.
What
Oh, you never watched Kill Bill?
I've never seen the full thing. No,
What?
I've only seen bits and pieces.
Oh, I'm disappointed in you.
I've only seen bits and pieces. I started watching.
Disappointment!
I watched it when it was just randomly on TV, but it'd be like always in the middle of it.
Have you seen
Man.
Django Unchained?
No.
Would you consider Bullet Train a revenge film?
Is revenge the main focus of the main character?
Ooh, actually, Carrie. Carrie's a revenge film. I've seen Carrie.
Harry? Harry?
Carrie.
Harry?
Carrie.
Uh,
Like Carrie. Carrie.
I mean, technically, if you're talking about, what was the name of that one horror movie about a car coming to life?
Big Fat Liar. That's
Christine.
a revenge film.
What'd you say, Cody?
Christine.
Yeah.
Christine.
Isn't
Something
that technically a revenge film because the car's getting revenge on humans?
something like that.
Fuck people. I mean, would it...
Man's lagging out.
Aliens from Outer Space would also be one then. Friday the 13th technically would be the first one because it's a revenge for letting her son drown. So she's taking revenge out on the camp counselors.
And that is a great transition into our next topic.
Is it about how old Cody is?
Only 24. I'm younger than you, man.
You're 30 now. Congratulations.
Your Markiplier's age.
You know he finished his recording of that
Iron Lung.
that
Yeah.
movie he's coming out. Yeah.
Iron Lung, I'm excited for.
I-
And the fact that it's
I
actually
heard
going
he-
to be on the big screen is so cool.
Heard he said that his most ambitious project.
It's Markiplier, so I wouldn't be surprised because that game was life-changing for him personally.
Oh yeah, he spent so much time on it that he really didn't get to play games that much.
The Northman is also a revenge film.
My favorite revenge film is the one about Cody. Is the Cody revenge film. You know, it's a sequel after AJ failed to destroy all the doors. This one's about Cody fighting mushrooms
Am I getting revenge against mushrooms?
because your family decided to take some and got high. Ever since then, you got so angry, you decided to rage war and all my. Keep going.
80s slash movies.
80s
Oh, so like the legendary movie called
Aliens Come From Outer
AJ
Space.
Roberts.
Aliens Come From Outer Space. Friday the 13th is my favorite slasher 80s.
Did Killer Clowns from Outer Space come out in the 80s?
I think so.
Or is it the 90s?
Yeah, but
I thought it was a
that's
90s movie.
Here, let me
no, it's
look it
from the 80s, but that's not really much of a slasher movie.
I mean, kind of, sorta. All they did was
Came out in 1988, so it's a late 80s movie. That's why you thought it was a 90s movie.
the 90s. Yeah. I can't believe there's a game coming out from it soon.
Dude, it's kind of crazy that they're coming out with one. Like, the movie.
Would you ever think that after so many years that a game would come out before a new movie would?
No. Well, considering
The fact it got
flopped,
popular enough again.
The movie flopped so hard.
Well, the movie originally flopped, but then people came back and watched it, and
Well,
they apparently made a lot more
I
money.
still find the movie's not supposed to be like serious. It's a joke film. Like, it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, but I also felt like it was just about killing.
There's a lot of fucking kills. Have you seen the kill count on that shit? Have you watched Eddie's
Yeah,
video
there's
on
like-
that?
Yeah, there's like over 100 or something like that.
How many scary movies came out in the 80s is something I've been thinking about.
There's a lot of slasher movies that came out in the 80s.
What is it? Was it around 1,000 or so? Because that's when slashers were the most popular.
I mean, in 1981 alone, there was like 30 of them.
I like, of course.
And now,
I like
oh yeah, speaking of slashers, we're about to have a Mickey Mouse slasher about to come out.
Dude, that is fucking
Yeah, and it
wild.
just looks like.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and I've seen it. The trailer makes it look horrible.
They're also coming out with Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey too.
Yeah, apparently Blood and Honey 2 was supposed to be so much better than the first one.
Oh, it is.
But the Mickey Mouse slasher was being made the same time that the came. Dude, Peter Pan as a
And
horror movie
Pinocchio.
would be so cool. I don't know about Pinocchio one. I feel like all they would have to do is just do the original tale of Pinocchio, and it would be scary enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just all the
And-
fairy tales in general.
Oh yeah, there's some really screwed up fairy. Like all the stuff you think that were like all child friendly because of Disney. Yeah, they started out as something really dark.
I would say my favorite 80s slasher film would have to be like, the Friday 13th films. I've always been a fan of those. But, I'm just like, I like the cult classics like Texas Chainsaw, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Chucky, and so on and so forth. I've always liked all of those. How about you? But I've always liked Friday the 13th the most.
Yeah. But through Tubi TV, I've found a few 80s slashers I've never seen before. Some of them are pretty obscure.
Obscure.
Some of them aren't obscure, but they're not very well known. I mean, there's a difference between being lesser known and being completely obscure. But like one that had the ever lovely Scream Queen Jamie Lee Curtis called Terror Train.
Okay.
That one was pretty good.
I get that.
I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis in the 80s, man.
She did some
Mr.
crazy shit.
Gayfish.
But going off topic for a second, Jamie Lee Curtis was in a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. True Lies.
I did not know that, but that is awesome.
Interesting.
Anyway, back to 80s slasher movies. And I saw one that I've never tripped acid, but I feel like I did after watching that movie. It was weird.
What movie?
Not as weird as some things I've seen.
What movie was it?
Yeah. It was called Bloodbeat. I watched it because the description on Tubi TV said somebody gets possessed by the spirit of a samurai and goes on a killing spree. I'm like, slasher movie with a samurai, those are two of my favorite things. Let's go.
I definitely should check that out.
And I don't know what I watched.
I mean, have you guys seen My Bloody Valentine, the new and the original?
Yes.
I think they're both.
Original is
I've
better.
not seen.
There's more than two, you know that, right?
There is?
There's three.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
I've only seen two.
I've only seen the new and the original.
There's a.
You sure you're not thinking of The Prowler as the third movie?
Maybe.
Because I don't remember there being My Bloody Valentine and then the remake.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
The remake was
yeah.
different.
I like the remake, but they're both good, the new and the old.
I just don't.
Another
I'm fine with
80s
3D
movie.
movies, but when they...
Go ahead.
Oh, there's one I watched called... Oh, sorry, were you about to say something?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I watched one called Hospital Massacre.
Mhm.
Oh, that's the one of its alternate titles that I watched it. It was called X-Ray. It took place entirely in a hospital, kind of like Halloween 2.
Okay. Nice.
And so the killer was dressed as a surgeon.
A surgeon.
I tell you what, the opening scene, they killed a kid. I mean, it was another kid who did it, but
There's
they
a lot
killed
of
a kid.
movies that have kids killed. You'd be surprised.
And I mean, it's just still, like, man, that boy can't be no more than 12 years old, and you killed him.
I mean, one movie I
You
thought was
stuck him on a
sad.
coat rack.
Another movie
What's
I thought
what's
was
the
sad
worst
that came
thing
out in the
what's the worst thing to see on a screen? Watching two good friends and one of them dies, or seeing a kid die?
Seeing a
in
kid
a movie.
die. I mean,
I guess you're right. 'Cause
I mean,
that
I know.
shows what kind of stakes they got.
I mean, if this does anything, I know what beats both. Seeing a dog die. Seeing a dog die beats both
Oh,
a dead
don't
child and best friends dying. So,
I mean, I know it wasn't. I know this ain't an 80s slasher movie, but A Quiet Place had a kid die.
fuck them
Oh
kids.
yeah, man. The best. What's the best scary movie film?
Hmm.
What?
Birds. Best scary film.
That is not that good of a fucking movie.
It's
That
so
movie is
good.
horrible, bro.
I don't.
Has the best effects.
That is
My
such-
sister watched that movie, and then she was terrified of birds.
Dude, that movie is not even scary.
Bro, it's not even that scary.
Not even scary.
Have you ever? The effects are just like the birds slowly moving in CGI. It's
Mhm.
so stupid.
CGI didn't exist in the 60s.
It didn't come out. No, I'm talking about the newer version.
There's a new.
There was a newer
Birds?
version of the birds.
What the fuck kind of shit you're on?
Yeah, it was a newer version.
Oh
of
my
it. You didn't
gosh,
know?
I think. No. No, you're talking about Birdemic. Oh, that movie was terrible. You know,
Birds
it took
are-
them 4 years.
Are you
You know, it took
It
them
took 'em-
4 years to make that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Birdemic.
What movie are you talking?
I
What is
know.
it called?
It's so bad. Birdemic, bro. You gotta watch it.
It's terrible. And it took them 4 years to make it.
That
You know how bad it is.
Is it called
The
Wings?
birds.
Is it called Wings of Disaster? The Birdemic trilogy.
hmm
What the fuck? Has a 1.7 out of 10 IMDb rating. Is it worse or
You want to
better?
know how bad it is?
Is it worse or better than Sharknado?
Dude, it's worse. It's probably the worst one. It's one of the. There's two films that I consider the worst horror films I've ever watched. That was one of them. That was the worst film I've ever watched.
And the original
I'm
Birds.
not just in the horror
And the
aspect,
original
but
Birds.
in all of them. Birds was better than Birdemic.
Dude, both
That is how bad it was.
they're both terrible movies. I like Alfred Hitchcock,
The
but
only-
like,
I
bro,
mean-
both it's just horrible. I'm sorry. Alfred Hitchcock has so much better movies, but The Birds is horrible.
Dude, I still think to this day there's still one movie that's worse than both Birdemic and Birds.
Sharknado.
And that no, Sharknado's better than all of them.
Sharknado
It was
is horrible.
It was a movie. It's a movie about this game people usually play, and then but they die if they don't do it. Oh, Truth or Dare.
Stay Alive? Oh, Truth or Dare.
Truth or Dare was such a
Oh, I
bad
hated
movie.
that movie. That's
That
the
movie-
one with Lucy Hale in it, right?
Yeah, and I don't
I
know.
hated that movie.
That movie was bad. I will admit that I couldn't. That was a movie I couldn't even sit down and
was
watch
like
it.
the same concept, but it's not Truth or Dare. It was a Netflix.
There was Bloody
series.
Mary.
Oh,
Bloody Mary and what's the guy version? I forgot his name. The one.
Abby Pete.
No, that was a different guy. It was the Candyman.
there's a lot of Truth or Dare movies.
Oh,
The one that came
Candyman.
out in 2007.
The Candyman.
The original Candyman is so much better than the new one. Oh my god.
Well, yeah. Did you know they made the original the new Candyman into a trilogy?
Yeah, I know. I don't know why, but like, bro,
Each film got worse. I'll be fair.
the Candyman series is or the original Candyman is so fucking good. It's sad, honestly. It's just like The Ring. It's very the Americanized version of The Ring is very sad. I haven't seen the original Ringu Japanese version, but I want to.
If you watch the Japanese version, it's actually a pretty different film than the one we got in America.
That's why I said.
I still think to this day though that everyone says the Ring in Japan is 30 times better.
Well, yeah, it's
like-
gonna be better because it's the Americanized is based off of it. Also, I don't know if you guys seen this series, but it's a 2-movie series. Sorry, it's called Unfriended. It's. I thought those movies were pretty
That's
decent.
the one that's... Yeah, the first one was done through a Skype call, wasn't it?
They're both in calls.
The first one I think was better than the second one, if I remember correctly.
I honestly couldn't tell which
The second
one was better,
one-
but they both. I think the first one was just strictly Skype call, while the second one was like a phone call, but like moving around. There was more like movement to it. But yeah,
Yeah,
Unfriended
although that was... Speaking of Unfriended, like that, when that fat kid, when he gets killed. I know it was supposed to be horrifying, but when it just got out, then it showed him with his hand in a blender and he was screaming. That was unintentionally hilarious. Like, ah!
You know what my favorite horror movie to watch during Christmas is?
Santa
Christmas?
Slay.
During Christmas, my favorite Christmas horror movie is The Gremlins. It's such a good movie.
I still think Santa Slay is pretty funny.
I don't know. I just think The
I mean, it
Gremlins
had-
is just a great horror movie for a family.
No, you gotta watch the
Out
Leprechaun series. All of them.
It's not
Oh, no.
Christmas. That's St. Patrick's Day. There's a
Not
fucking
Leprechaun.
difference.
all 8 of them.
Actually, my
I
favorite.
mean, Leprechaun.
There's 8 leprechauns, bro.
But don't watch the one made by WWE. That one was just,
Yes, I'll watch that one.
wasn't even funny.
Yeah, you should watch that
No.
one.
Too. I'll watch that
It
one.
wasn't
What-
even
no.
a leprechaun.
What about the one that doesn't even show the leprechaun at all in the entire film?
So Jason goes to hell, exactly like that. It doesn't even show Jason for like shows Jason for like 5 minutes, and then Jason is just a fucking spirit. That's why I think that one's the
It's
worst
pretty much
one.
like that, but the leprechaun that actually exists. You see glimpses of him, but you don't really get to see him actually like do anything funny or.
I still say
And
Jason
it's
like
goes
the
to
one
hell is
made
the
by-
worst Friday the 13th movie.
That's the one made by WWE. You hardly get to see the leprechaun in the movie. It's mostly done from the leprechaun's point of view.
Which
It
is
don't
crazy.
even look like
but
a leprechaun. Looks like a goblin.
I literally looked
you are
up.
Goblin.
I literally looked up Leprechaun WWE, and it actually pulled up a WE, and it pulls up Hornswoggle,
you are the Hornswoggler.
and it's an actual professional wrestler. Oh my god.
Yeah, because in the WWE Leprechaun movie, that wrestler played the leprechaun.
Really, he did? I couldn't even tell because of the angle.
Is it called Leprechaun
didn't-
Origins?
Yeah.
Oh
And
no,
it
man, I should
was
definitely watch that one. It looks pretty good.
no,
Looks pretty
it's
good.
horrible. You hardly even see the leprechaun.
Bro,
And when you do see it, it doesn't even look like a leprechaun. It looks like a goblin.
let's be honest here. Who even really liked the Leprechaun series in the first place? Like, who actually thought it
I
was a
mean,
good
I don't know.
series?
I mean, James A. Janice actually liked Leprechaun in the Hood.
Dude, what's the worst Leprechaun movie in your opinion?
Leprechaun in Space. Don't
Okay.
remember if that's the name of the movie, but
Yeah,
it's
it
the one
is.
where the
It's
leprechaun
Leprechaun
is in
4.
space.
Dude, I did not know there were so many Leprechaun movies. There is literally
I mean,
I
8 of
Brent,
still
them.
I
there's
mean that's
some
what Brent
there's
just said.
still, yeah, there is 8 of them. I just said that.
It's just crazy to me.
Oh, and he also liked Leprechaun Returns. I think that's what it was called. The 8th movie in the series.
The very last one.
Yeah.
Which actually
In
looks
fact,
decent.
yeah, that movie, that was one of the rare movies that he covers where he had no full machete for lamest kill because he thought they were all great.
Fair enough.
Same thing with the movie Society. Of course, that one only had 2 deaths, but he
Which one?
didn't get Society. It was a classic
Dude,
body horror movie.
fuck that movie.
I've never seen that movie.
It's disturbing,
It is.
Is
but it's
it?
It's one
also
of those movie.
hilarious.
It's one of those movies that are like it's a really like it's weird.
So it's just like The Thing. It's weird.
Yeah.
Kinda like a. I mean, it was directed by a guy named Brian Usna, but it was kind of like a David Cronenberg movie.
Fair. But
A lot of body horror.
do you get? I know this is not 80s an 80s horror movie, but I know a horror movie series that is like fucked up in general is literally the Human Centipede series.
I'm pretty sure those movies are German.
It doesn't matter. It's still a horror movie, ain't it?
Yeah, but if it's German, that explains it.
Uh,
That's not to say anything bad about Germany, but they make some pretty weird stuff.
it says in. People also ask, why is the Human Centipede banned? I wonder why.
You want to know a really disturbing movie? I mean, it's not 80s, not even a slasher movie, but it's a horror, a Serbian film. That movie is on a whole nother level of messed up.
I've never seen it, but I've heard about how fucked up it is. Have you seen the Poughkeepsie
Yeah.
tapes?
No.
That's fucked up. That movie got banned within a week of it being in theaters.
What did Human Centipede?
No, the Poughkeepsie tapes.
I think.
It's actually it's pretty fucked up. Just watch it on your own terms, that's all. It's a good, okay. It's just think of it, it's not real. None of it is real. But it's a fucked up movie, but it's pretty good. Here, I'll send you the trailer, Cody, so you can look at it later.
Also, back on the topic of that one movie, Bloodbeat, with the killer ghost samurai. That movie, I mean, it took place in Wisconsin at Christmas time, and yet it was a ghost samurai as the killer.
Actually, don't know.
But that's not. But the weird part is, like towards the end of the movie, in like the last 40 minutes or something. So the A killer ghost samurai attacks the main characters at their home. Then it goes away. And then the main guy decides now's a good time to knock boots with his girlfriend. He almost got killed by a ghost samurai. Get your priorities straight, man. Anyway, I know some people think they're misogynistic, but I mean, most of them have more men getting killed than women. A lot of times the men have more brutal deaths than the women, as proven by a lot of James A. Janice's videos about various 80s slasher films on the kill count. That movie, X-Ray,
Never seen it.
it was actually, well, last time I checked it was on Tubi TV, might still be
I
there,
don't
but,
have Tubi.
well, you should get it.
Should I?
You'll find a selection, yes, you'll find a selection of a lot of stuff.
Is it actually
Did you
called?
look
Is
it
it
up?
actually called Hospital Massacre?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it had different names in different regions. One title was Hospital Massacre, one was Ward 13, and one I watched was called X-Ray, which apparently had 12 minutes of footage cut from it to avoid an X rating for violence and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, the X rating used to not be associated with porn. It used to just mean that used to be the NC-17 rating.
Now,
Before they actually introduced the NC-17 rating in like the 90s or something like that.
now if it's worse than NC-17, it's just not rated.
Yeah. Of course, I've seen some movies that were released not rated that I'm sure if they had been submitted for a rating would have just been like a hard PG-13 or something like that. Like it doesn't really cross into R territory, but I think sometimes they release a movie unrated just to try and make people think, ooh, this must be super edgy.
I was about
Anyway.
to say, how do you feel about the movie ratings for today?
I mean, I've seen some movies that were PG-13 that would have just been rated G back in the old days. Seriously, Planet of the Apes, if it was the original Planet of the Apes was rated G, it was released these days, it probably would have got PG-13
You know there
at
is
the,
no
at the
rated
highest.
G anymore, right?
Yeah, because everything's PG, PG-13, R. I think the last G-rated movie was the Peanuts movie.
Bro, that Peanuts movie was good. I liked that movie. That was good.
Yeah. Every Pixar and Disney movie does not need to be rated PG. Most of them just, like, add something, usually a scene with, like, a mild swear word in it, and then to get the PG rating, then they cut it before the movie's actually released. Like, oh, see, there's the PG rating. We'll make big bucks now.
Well, I remember the only reason why I know G movies don't exist, one, I'm a big movie buff, so it makes sense. But like my mom's a babysitter, and she has a rating on which, that she allows the kids to watch like certain things, and I'd help my mom
Yeah.
find certain like content for their ages. My mom's like only rated G, and my mom didn't realize that they stopped doing that, so I'd be like, Mom, it's PG, and she's like, Nope, can't do that. I'm like, Mom, everything's PG anymore. There is no rated G. She's like, oh, there isn't. And I had to show her, like, yeah, Mom, there's no rated G anymore. It has to be like, I know this is kind of dumb, but I think even like PBS Kids now is all rated PG. It's not rated G anymore.
Unless you're the G.
I
The
mean,
goat.
a lot of stuff on Disney Junior still gets TVG ratings, because I mean, obviously Disney ain't gonna put something that's TVPG for their junior audience. I watched quite a few. Like I watched one called The Initiation. Come to find out that the writer for that would later go on to write for soap operas like Days of Our Life and stuff like that. Yeah, that makes sense because I can't reveal the ending
that a
because that's a
penis?
spoiler. Where?
In the movie The Initiation.
No.
Here, no. This is what popped up when I looked up. It's a movie Initiation.
But-
That's what pops up when I looked up the Initiation.
Oh. I forgot about that scene.
You forgot about seeing
During a costume.
You forgot about a whole fucking penis in the movie?
I'm about to move on to my next topic.
Sounds
Do it!
Brent, what
Do
are you
it.
doing?
Do it!
But first,
Do it!
so let me tell you about this one slasher called Hell Night.
That's not
Oh, boy.
changing subjects. I'm just moving on to the next movie.
Why
I
do you
said
keep
I'm about
moving
to
down a
change-
list of movies? Bro,
This
it's
will be
almost
my
3 in the
last one I
morning.
talk about. This will be my last one I talk about, I
It
promise.
looks like a Molester Moon type movie.
It's got Linda Blair in it. He played the little girl Reagan.
And The Exorcist. Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen that movie like 7 times now when I'm on the edge of my seat every time I watch it, even though I know what's gonna happen.
What movie?
Hell Night.
Oh, I'm always on the edge of
I never
my
wa-
seat
never seen
for
it.
The Exorcist, bro.
I've never seen The Exorcist.
Bro, how the fuck have you not seen The Exorcist?
I haven't even watched The Omen.
I haven't either, but fucking watch The Exorcist, bro. Watch it. Watch it tonight before you go to bed.
I'm not watching it.
I will watch this movie again tonight before I go to bed. Actually, I'll watch
No.
the show. I'll watch the show when I go to bed.
What show?
The Exorcist. The show's pretty good too.
No.
They fucking Disney, or it was on Fox, and then Disney had to buy Fox, and then Disney said no, and then canceled the show, and the show ended on a fucking cliffhanger, which pissed me off because the show is so freaking good.
But on to my next topic.
What's your next topic?
The difference between a genuine Christian film and a Christian exploitation film. I mean, myself being Christian, I do enjoy a good Christian film every now and then, but Pure Flix
Eh.
is very much Christian exploitation.
My favorite
I
Christian
felt like
film is
what's his name?
Peanuts.
The guy Butch Hartman kind of destroyed Christian films for me.
Actually, the last
Don't
made a-
get easy.
the last Christian movie I've seen is Heaven is for Real. That was
That
the
is
last-
yet another Christian exploitation film.
Oh, what was that one show? Oh, it was a good show. The show about God Friended Me. That's the show. That was a good show. It was here. Let me pull up the synopsis for it. It's about a person that was an outspoken atheist whose life got flipped upside down when he receives a friend request on social media from God, and unwittingly becomes an agent of change in the lives and destinies of others around him. And after repeated pokes around by God, curiosity takes over him and accepts the ultimate friend request and follows the signs of those around him and such. But it's a really, really good show. I'd recommend you to watch it. It's called God Friended Me. I personally liked it. Not many people did, considering it only has 2 seasons, but I personally enjoyed it. I remember seeing it on TV when it first came out, and I actually watched it with my mom. So I'd recommend watching it. I don't know if you're into that though.
I mean, I am Christian, so
Oh, bro, we forgot
Like,
about a great horror movie, Silent Hill.
I didn't like the movie.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. The movies were so good. They were so good. Oh my god. Dude, they're so good. Like, dude, I'd suck someone off to make another movie of Silent Hill.
But I'm sure you'll be glad to know that there's another Silent Hill movie coming out.
I'm ready.
I'm so excited. The movies are so good.
No, they're really not.
Yeah,
They used Pyramid Head for no reason other than because he was Pyramid Head.
bro, he's so fucking cool, though. He's so good in the film.
But for lore reasons, he literally cannot exist without James Sunderland. for lore reasons.
There's a reason it's called a movie adaptation. Har 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 har.
And besides, and also, the director chose to have a female protagonist instead of Harry Mason for a very stupid reason.
And she did a fucking good job.
Yeah, but you see, the reason he chose a woman instead of Harry Mason was because he, in his own words, he thought Harry Mason was feminine because he went out of his way to save his daughter.
That's crazy. But, like, I
Although
don't...
the writer said, go ahead.
Well, like, I don't know. I don't find an issue with instead of a male, it's female. I don't find a problem with that. But, like,
I
that's
mean,
just me.
if they did it for a different reason than just because the director thought it was a feminine quality to want to protect your
Well,
daughter,
his
I wouldn't
reason
be-
for doing
I
that
wouldn't have a
was
problem with
his
it.
reason for doing that is dumb. But, like, that's just him being a fucked up person and having that belief. But, like, I have no problem with it being a female protagonist. I personally think there should be. I personally think there should be more female protagonists in horror films. That's just me. Because I'm tired of seeing male leads.
I direct you to pretty much every 80s slasher movie.
The Exorcist, Halloween.
The Exorcist was from the 70s, but that's alright.
I thought it was from the 60s.
No, it's 1974 or something like that.
Here, let me look up because I thought The Exorcist came out in the 60s. I'm probably wrong. Yeah, it came out in 73.
I was a year off. Anyway. And then Silent Hill Revelations just completely butchered the story of Silent Hill 3.
Bro, dude, dude, Silent Hill movies are insane. They go hard. They go really hard.
Also, Harry Mason, because they changed his name to Harry Mason, like in the games, Silent Hill Revelations, he was played by Sean Bean.
Bro, the next Silent Hill movie is going to be called Return to Silent Hill. I'm like
He's
bricked
played
up
by
right
Sean
now,
Bean.
ready for a Silent Hill movie.
Anyway, so
He
they take
doesn't
a
care.
character who's played by Sean Bean, an actor famous for dying in many of his roles, and make him play a character who died in the source material. And yet somehow in the movie combining those two factors means he survives. All I'm saying is they took the story of Silent Hill 3 and then they butchered it with Pyramid Head's giant sword.
Well, have you ever heard of a thing called a movie adaptation?
I mean, I'm fine with characters who died in the source material living in the movie adaptation.
There's
if
a
I
reason
actually
why
like that
one's a
character.
game and one's a movie. They're different.
Yes.
They're of course going to be different. They're not going to be the same ever. Ever. They're never
I
going to
don't
be
know.
exact same.
I mean, the Mario movie felt kind of just like the games.
It did not. It did not. I'm sorry. It did not feel like the games at all.
Although this brings up a new topic.
What's up
Film
there?
adaptations of video games.
Alright, Sonic is a good movie. It doesn't do a good adaptation, but it is a good movie. Silent Hill, bad adaptation, but great movie. But there's a reason why they're different. Wreck-It Ralph. I'd say that one's pretty good.
It wasn't an adaptation of the video game.
It wasn't, so I'd say it was a pretty good concept though. What's another video game that? No, never mind. I was about to say Pixels, but like that's not an adaptation of a specific game. What is some other video games out of movies?
Well, let me tell you about some ones that ain't very good. the old live-action Mario Brothers movie.
Well, yeah, those are just shit. Oh,
Any video game
have you guys seen the Assassin's Creed movie? I haven't, but I've heard it was terrible.
I've not seen it.
I
All I
haven't-
know is it doesn't have Desmond Miles and it doesn't follow Altair or Ezio.
I heard Gran
completely
Turismo
different
was
person.
good.
The movie or the
Yeah.
game?
The movie.
The older games were better than.
There was a Dead Rising movie?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That is crazy.
Oh, I bet it was made by Ubal. Let's see.
Ooh, oh, the most recent one. How did I forget? What'd you guys think of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Have you guys watched it yet?
I've not seen it yet.
I have.
What, the Dead Rising?
No, I said Five
Movie?
Nights at Freddy movie.
I want to watch it.
I've seen it. It's pretty good. I have it on YouTube. I bought it when it came out on YouTube. I wanted to watch it, so I bought it. It's pretty good.
Anyway,
If you guys want to watch it,
Yeah.
we can have a movie night. Is the Resident Evil movies good? Like, are they any good at all?
now, what I hear, they're not. From what I hear, the first one was pretty good. Then they just got progress as they went along.
Did they?
Yeah, and they did another one that was in a separate and a different continuity than the old live-action movies. Did either of you seen Victorious, that Nickelodeon sitcom?
Yes. What about it? You went from
The guy
video
who
game-
played Beck,
Sure.
the guy who played Beck in that show played Leon in that Resident Evil movie.
Also, have you
But
guys
anyway.
have you seen the new Mortal Kombat movie that came out in 2021? I heard it was good, but I haven't watched it yet.
I mean, they killed Goro before the actual Mortal Kombat tournament happened. The supposed champion of the tournament gets killed before the actual tournament happens.
Ooh, another
That
good
kinda.
another good video game movie is Tron. Tron is such a good movie. I like Tron.
But it's not based on a video game.
Tron's a real game. You didn't know Tron
How
was
come I never heard of it?
because it's an old arcade game.
But allow me to talk about every video game adaptation made by Ubal. Uwe Ball. I don't remember how to say his name. Like, all those are terrible. His adaptation of Blood Rain, terrible. His adaptation of Alone in the Dark, terrible. His adaptation of Dungeon Siege. I'd admit that one actually wasn't half bad. It's in a so bad it's good type of thing.
Is there any Tom Clancy's movies?
I don't think so.
His Far Cry movie, terrible.
There's
All
Tom,
of them.
There's some Tom Clancy movies.
I'm sure if it is, it'd be like Rainbow Six. Wait, no. Yeah, because there was Rainbow Six games before Siege, so...
Because I know there's books. Of course, because that's what they're based off of. Like Rainbow Six, Hunt for Red October, Without Remorse. I've always wanted to read Tom Clancy books, but like, I don't know, like, how they would be. Because, of course they're war books, but like, I've never been into like war stuff.
So, even though the game is called Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, Tom Clancy had nothing to do with those games.
Well, yeah, they're just adaptations.
Nope, there's not even any Splinter Cell books. They're just called Tom Clancy because name recognition. On this note,
You're a liar. There is actually Splinter Cell books. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
looked
6,
it up.
7. There's 7 of them. Anywho,
on
what's your
this note,
what's your next topic?
Sam Fisher versus Solid Snake. just video games? Could they be considered art?
Yes. Video games are art.
Well, some people don't think so.
Because it's still talent to make them. There's talent all around it. There is the voice actors, there's the artists behind it, and then there's the art behind the mechanical engineering of how coding is and all that stuff. So
I don't see how somebody could play something like, say, it's a good game that I can use as an example. It was this indie game, I can't remember its name, but it was about this family, and they had a sick kid. It was a very touching, it was very kind of sad, really. I don't see how anybody could play that and then say video games aren't art.
I just think of any video game, so I think of Detroit Become Human, The Last of Us, what's another game I cried on? The Walking Dead, of course. What's another game? Oh, GTA is art.
AJ is art.
I am nart art.
You are fart, yes. I do agree, you are fart.
I'm not fart.
Also, when it comes to RPGs, I mean, me personally, I kinda like a pre-existing protagonist. Like one who's already established in the setting.
So, when you go to the bathroom in public, right? Alright, you guys with me?
Keep going.
So, when you're going to
Brent.
when you're
What?
going...
What? What was my name said? Huh?
Right. You know when you're in public, right?
And you drop Sprite on top of AJ. Yeah.
So, when you're going to the bathroom and you're going pee, specifically peeing, and you know how there's multiple urinals, right? And there's, let me guess, like there's 5 urinals, okay? And there's 2 of them being used up. Where would be the right positions to go pee for the 3 of you to go pee?
None of them. None of them. You go straight to the stall.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
None of them, because I would not trust someone to be just looks over like,
Well,
What you
if
got
there's
there?
five urinals and 3 people,
It depends
it'd
on
be
the
very far
positions
left.
of the 2 people. You have to give me positions.
It'd be the far left, the middle. Where would you be?
Far. Wait, you said far.
There's a person on the far left
and middle, right?
and the middle, yes.
All right, going far right.
Exactly. That is bathroom etiquette. That is men bathroom etiquette.
No, I go in right between, so I can go elbow to elbow. yeah, it should go over and be like, nice thing.
No, you just
Nice stuff.
You just go in the middle of them, grab both of their dicks with each hand, your left hand, and
That would be something you would do, AJ. You would do that to your home.
No, I would not.
I can see that.
I would.
I
not.
would. I definitely see that.
I would not do that at all.
You're a
So
gay fish.
talking about bathroom etiquette, right? When you go to someone's house, right? How do you guys feel whenever someone does not have like hand soap or a towel? What do you do? Because for me,
Bring your own hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah, but like for me in that situation, I start freaking the fuck out, and I just don't wash my hands because there's no like soap or a towel. I would just be like rinsing my hand with water. There'd be no point of doing that, you know? So like I just start freaking out. I remember at one point I literally opened the door and was like, "Hey yo, you got any hand soap?" And whenever someone said like no, I would like start crying and dying on the inside. So I'd go out to the kitchen, 'cause you know usually that's when they have dishwasher soap. So I'd put dishwasher soap on my hand and start washing my hands out there because I need fucking hand soap and a fucking towel to wash and dry my hands. I'm sorry if you do not have either of those things at your house. Just go to the fucking store and buy hand soap and a towel to dry your hands on. It's not that hard. It's really not. It's like the same thing of going to your friend's house and taking a shower, and they have no fucking body soap or like a body towel or a washcloth to wash your body with. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you not take showers? It's like, what are you doing, sir? Do you just go butt ass naked?
Alright, AJ, we're going to throw you into the bathtub with cold water filled with ice.
No.
Yes.
Not. I forbid.
Yes. You are going in there.
No.
Do either of you at least attempt to be bathroom quiet when at other people's homes?
Oh, hell no. Wait, what do you mean
Cody.
by that? You gotta describe a little bit more. What do you mean by, like, when you go to the restroom, do you be quiet, or do you be quiet whenever someone else goes pee or shit?
I mean, like, when you're using the bathroom number 2 at someone's house or in public, do you try and be bathroom quiet?
In public, yes. And at home, at my friend's house, and depending on the time, no. Especially when it's friends I'm comfortable with. Then I just start moaning out of nowhere just to, make them laugh and shit, Just like what I do when I go out of the bathroom on stream.
Now, what do you want to be when you grow up, AJ?
Himself.
I don't know. That is such a fucking random question. I don't know. I genuinely just want to continue. I would love to become a content creator, but like with how things are going, probably not. I would like to continue doing stuff with social media as a whole, though. Like, I enjoy, or just media, I should say, as a whole. I enjoy doing it. I've always have. Like, if this says anything, I'm at school for media communications, which is like news, TV broadcasting, radio, social media, and so on and so forth. So I enjoy doing those things. How about you, Cody? I mean, like, I would love to become an actor or a music artist or something like that, but like I don't have the talents for that. I don't. So like that's out of the picture, you know?
Ah, come on. Don't believe in you. Believe in the me that believes in you.
And believe in yourself. You know,
How about-
even if we have to take you to your corner and throw you at it.
Okay. What do you both want to do when you grow up? I don't know. What do you guys want to do as a career, I should say? Like what's your
Cocaine.
what No, Brent.
He wants to become Scarface. Gotcha.
Cody, what's your future like what's your future goals? Like what would you like to do?
Die.
That's not an answer.
In my terms.
No.
I don't know. I've been trying to get music right. Want to act. Mostly voice acting because I get camera shy, so wanna.
I get bathroom shy. Surprisingly enough.
You mean like when you're trying to use the bathroom and there's multiple people in there and then it just ain't coming out?
Yep, exactly. I mean, that's what happened. I'm not saying names, but that's what happened when me and one of my friends went somewhere and we were leaving and there was a shit ton of people and he couldn't go pee, so he just said, fuck it. I'll just wait until I get home.
Why don't you fuck it? Just fuck it.
But, I mean, I've been trying to do some writing, be it lyrics, maybe books, screenplays.
Hey, shit like that. If you just show people or just post it online or something, or to like interest of people, just like have them read it and stuff, I guarantee it would get attention. Or even doing something simple as starting a Kickstarter. I mean, like, I know that kind of sounds dumb, but like, I feel like something like that would be cool and interesting. Like, I thought about doing a Kickstarter, but like, I don't know, you know?
I thought about trying to do Kickstarter for a comic book.
I thought about doing a Kickstarter to help. Well, I'm gonna have to get bigger to even get it started, but I thought about doing a Kickstarter to help me like create my own merch shop and merchandise and shit. I feel like that would be a great way to get funding to start one, you know?
You should tell Marloma to start a Kickstarter to make her full-length album.
I mean, she did do a somewhat called GoFundMe, and had perks and stuff for her upcoming album or EP. I forget which one it is. I think it was upcoming album. I think that's what it is.
I saw her video, and I think she said it was an EP.
Do you want to promote anything of yours, like socials or anything like that? Do you have anything
Yes.
that you would like to promote? If
Yes.
so, go ahead and label them off.
Just follow my TikTok, Franklin R.
Perfect.
Make sure to put Roosevelt at the end.
Roosevelt? Like the Roosevelt?
He's Franklin Roosevelt now. He's the Roosevelt, you know.
Alright. Do you want to do the outro, Brent?
Huh?
Do you want to do the
I need
outro?
to
I did the intro.
I did the intro.
You want? I did
need
the
this
intro.
I did the intro.
No,
You know-
I did
Okay.
the intro.
What's up, Cody?
Can I finish
What?
saying what I was gonna say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. There's always a better way. If you're going through something, tell others about it. Don't bottle it up. That's never good. Remember, it will be okay. It will get better.
Alright. Brent, do the outro now.
AJ is a gay fish,
That's not the
and
outro.
you should always remember that.
Cody, do the outro.
Thank you for coming to the Cody podcast
Yeah, the Cody podcast.
with our good friend Cody.
We will
Say hi, Cody.
Hello.
Alright. Now, Cody,
What?
do you have any final things you want to say?
Yes.
Any final comments?
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. We'll definitely try to
Oh.
have you on another episode when it's better timing,
Yeah.
better
It's
setup.
not 3 in the morning.
Yes,
When
and
I'm not trying to...
Sorry for the lackluster performance today. I'm so tired.
we're all tired.
You mean, by better time, you mean when I'm not trying to use the Riz?
Yes.
What do you
This-
mean? You've always been trying to use Riz.
This man, literally, we set up this at midnight, and he just got on at like I don't even know what time we started, 1 something, and we planned to start this at midnight. And this man said, "I gotta get groceries," and then literally right in the middle of that, he said, "I am raising up bitches," and I said, "Bro, what the fuck?"
How many girls are you hanging out with?
Yeah, how many girls? Bro's got hoes.
No.
Bro's risen bitches up.
Bro, he's hoeing before broing.
He did. Alright.
No.
Anywho, good night, guys. Get some sleep. I love you guys all so much. I know this is very late of a podcast, and now it's been a while, but we're going to try to continue doing monthly podcasts again.
Live
Hope
long and prosper.
If not,
you all have a good night. Stay safe, because we have some goofball antics with AJ and Cody coming up. We are going to be doing
What?
some spicy chocolate for you all at some point.
why just me and
On our own
Cody?
channel.
How about you?
I'm joining. I never said I wasn't joining.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope you guys are ready for that. It's gonna be we got triple the chocolate for part 2.
Here, let me whip it out. We got, or do you want it to be a surprise?
You already made a video.
That is true. We got the Lindt Excellence Chili Dark Chocolate. We got then we got the Crunch of Doom that you've already seen on my channel before and us eating it. And then of course the world's hottest chocolate bar, which is 9 million shoe chili extracts. I don't know what shoe chili extract is that, but like, it sounds pretty crazy. But yeah,
I'm gonna die.
we're all gonna die. Anywho, I love you guys so much. This is the longest outro we've ever had. Have a great night. Sleep tight. And
Live long and prosper.
keep fucking.
And that'll be all. I wish you all a good day. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.